Hello everybody, Stephanie here with just a quick video on my cutting table, which is what you're seeing right here. I don't have a Morton and I don't have a Beetle. What I have is a homegrown contraption made with the help of Paul Tarlow's ebook on making your own cutting table. This is not an ad, I am not affiliated with fuseglass.org, but that is where I purchased the ebook many years ago to make my table, so it's only fair to mention it. In case you've ever wondered why I call myself a chaos monster, let me show you the unused side of my cutting table. Yeah, that is all my projects to do, unclaimed glass, all sorts of fun things. Oh, candles left over from my wedding. I'll have been married 8 years in August. So as you can see, I don't clean that side very often. This is a wonderful little cutting table, and if you already have a surface available and don't want to spend several $100s on a Morton or a Beetle, although I seem to think they've come down in price, this is definitely something worth looking into. Now I'm going to back you up. Don't mind the camera shake. Come on. Yeah, just out of range. Just a sec. There we go. It's a little cattywampus, but you'll get the idea. So I'm going to show you how this works. I have a ruler mounted down here. I wasn't thinking when I mounted it, and I would have mounted it with a 0 here, but ultimately it's just a straight edge guide. When I need to figure out how wide I'm going to make something, what I do is I run this from the 1 on the movable part of the ruler over. Right now I have it set to 5 inches. But for this, I'm going to set it to 1 inch and show you what I do. I have just an L-shaped ruler, metal ruler bracket. I have no idea what you call this. And I just slide it in place to use as a stop. Then I clamp down with these clamps. Nothing fancy. And then I move the ruler up here where you can't see. And I check again to make sure my cutting head is 1 inch from the top. Unfortunately, this slider is not perfectly straight up and down. There's 1/8 of an inch or 3/8 inch sway between the two that I've never bothered to correct because, well, this works pretty well anyway. So what I do is clean up, and then I take my glass, and I'm using black because the line will show best. And what I do is I put my finger here, and I just pull down. And thankfully the stop is pretty much right. You can see where it's worn from years of use. So it runs right down to the edge. And then I take my breaking pliers, pop, there's my piece. And it works really well, even on little pieces, to cut. It's not fancy. And some days I kind of wish I'd had a Morton or a Beetle. But it works really well, and I've had it for 10 years and gotten all of my cutting done with it. So if you were thinking about buying Paul Tarlow's book and building one, this is what they look like when they are together. My only complaint being is that I'm in a garage in Oregon, so I have to occasionally lubricate this steel rod because it will rust if I don't. But I keep a spray can of silicone around, and I just spray it on a paper towel and run it up and down the rod a couple times a year, and it's fine. I'll have another video out soon with an easy project. This was just sort of a fill the gaps. Have a good day.